just got corn dogs from Culver's. Look at those eyelashes. Ooh, open your eye. Open your eye. Wow. And what are you doing? Huh? Ocean is going to town with that corn dog. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Mason's so excited. Mason, do you want to share what we're up to today and tomorrow? What is that? Yes.
We're going to go swimming today.
We're gonna go swimming. Ooh.
And we're going to go get my feet. My new feet.
Your new feet? Your feet are perfect just the way they are. So we're from Chicago. The weather's kind of crappy. So we left tonight Don't forget to subscribe. Yep. So we left home today. Yeah. As soon as Mason got out of school. So he got off the bus at 2:30. We literally had the car all packed up already, and then Grandma came with us. So Mommy, Grandma, Mason, and Ocean. We're in Wisconsin Dells right now. We just got here. It took us about 3 hours to get here. There was a little bit of snow.
It was 10 hours.
And the roads were a little slick. So, Graham, go straight to right there to the front. So we're just gonna check into the hotel right now. We're gonna go to the pool.
10 hours.
Yeah, it felt like it took 10 hours. We're gonna go to the pool. We're gonna go tomorrow morning. We have a 10:15 appointment at Mayo Clinic for Mason's feet. So he's had a couple surgeries at Mayo Clinic already because Mason was born with club feet. Last year we had an appointment and Mason graduated from wearing braces, and then now a year later we have a follow-up appointment. But we'll see you guys inside. All right, thanks for tuning into our channel. Grab your seatbelt's not on.
Neither is yours.
Yes, it is. Look. My seatbelt's on. So let's go check in. You ready, Mace?
Yeah.
Yeah? So we have to walk through the arcade to get to our room. And Ocean is stopping everywhere. Come on, guys, let's go.
I'm not.
Oh, where's our room?
The water park.
Where's our room?
Hi.
What do you see?
The water park.
Oh my goodness.
Can I go on a big slide?
Oh.
Why they don't even have slides here?
Ocean, what do you see? What do you see, Ocean?
Okay, y'all done?
Come on, Ocean.
Come on, let's go.
Ocean.
This way. All right, let's go this way.
Are you ready?
are you getting for breakfast?
None of your business.
Okay, then I'm not paying. You're gonna be paying for your breakfast.
You better tell her.
Pancakes?
Count
And what are you getting for breakfast, Ocean?
1, 2.
Hey guys, so we just arrived to Rochester, Minnesota. This is where the Mayo Clinic's at. We're gonna park and then we'll see you inside. This whole side of the body, can you show thumbs up on that side?
Okay.
So he just has no strength. With this foot too, like he can't kick, he can't make a fist. Mason, can you stand up and walk? He still has that high arch. His feet still turn in. And when he walks and runs, he trips a lot, he falls a lot still, his feet cross.
Yeah, can you walk a little more for me, Mason? Just all the way to here? To the door and back just a little bit more?
So he could see you. I go that way.
More so on the left than the right, huh?
Yeah, I think the left is worse.
Can you do a little bit more for me? I know. I'm working you too hard. Yeah. Okay. Now you can have a seat.
And I don't know if he doesn't complain just because that's what he was born with. You know what I mean? That's his,
what he knows.
Yeah, that's what he knows. He doesn't know what's right or... But I don't know what's affecting, like, why he's so weak.
Yeah, and some of that is, in children with club feet, the muscles in the leg aren't normal either. And so they typically do have a smaller calf. And you can see his foot is more affected on this side, and you can see his calf is smaller. And this leg is
This
weaker.
whole side of the body is smaller.
Yeah, has it always been that way for
Yeah,
him?
Mason,
Since he was
can you
born?
show? Yeah, can you show the doctor your 2 hands? Show him your hands.
And the hip's doing fine?
Yeah, so we're scheduled to remove those pins, but I wanted to wait and just see you guys first.
Okay. Did he have any x-rays done today?
No, he did not. But I know Dr. Milbrandt knew the surgeon that did his emergency surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So he personally knew him. Like, they went to trainings and stuff together.
Good.
Mommy.
So I'm not sure if they spoke about it.
Fracture is that the blood supply to the femoral head dies, and then the femoral head, the bone dies and collapses.
And then what happens?
Well, then you can get early onset hip arthritis. Hopefully that didn't happen. It looks like the fracture was not that displaced, which makes him a little bit lower risk. And but you can't tell right after the surgery. That takes time for that to happen.
And they'll just monitor that with the x-rays, right?
Yep. And I'm sure that they've been checking x-rays since then, I would hope.
Every 6 months.
Yeah. And so as long as he's not having hip pain and the x-rays look okay, then his hips are probably
Yeah,
fine.
no. At this age, they're so resilient, he doesn't complain really of any pain. It's more like, you know, when he's in activities or sports, like he's always falling or tripping or, you know, or he can't, you know, when he plays baseball, he has to put his glove on his right hand when his glove should be on his left. Do you know what I mean? Because he's a righty.
Yeah.
But he puts it on his dominant hand. So when he practices stuff, he's, you know, practicing wrong. But it's because
how do you spell a word?
it's what's comfortable for him.
Snow. W.
Is he wearing AFOs or any braces at all anymore?
No, so last year we graduated from those right around this time.
Why don't we grab Dr. Milbrandt and
No.
we'll get his take on things.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he looks pretty good. You know, this right foot, he's still putting more weight on his toe, but we can get him to neutral. I think he looks all right. Can you walk for me? Let me watch. You walk?
All right, go on. I think he's walking back in again.
Walk a little more, Mason.
Yeah, let me see. Good job.
He falls a lot. He trips a lot.
Yeah.
He's in sports, so when he's, in soccer, he's always falling. This side is very weak. Just the whole left
leg is,
side
yeah.
in general, the leg and the arm and the hand.
And you can look how skinny his calves are.
Yeah, it's
right?
skinnier on that
So
side.
that he has the hardest of the club feet. We've talked about that before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is why his feet are the... I hear you. You want some attention too?
No, he wants the phone.
Oh, there you go.
Well, just give it to him. Just don't let him turn the video on.
Yeah, so I think it would be very hard to, short of doing bigger surgery on him, when he's older, I think at this point, we're just going to have to live with this for a little while longer. The other operations you could imagine is doing some,
You did the tendon transfer, I think,
Yeah,
already,
we
right? With the
did.
button.
That's right. And so that's what is preventing him from doing this so much, because that's why, I mean, he's a little bit out here, but if it were really severe, he'd be way out on the outside, so that's preventing that. But what's going on is he still has
They're high arch.
this high arch. And we tried to manage that before with the casting, but it still just wants to come back. So the way that you can manage that with bones is that you can take a piece of the foot basically out. You take a wedge out and you bring it up. But you wouldn't want to do that with growing feet, because then it ends up making the foot really, really short. And so you want to kind of wait until the feet are close to being done growing, and then you can consider doing those bigger operations. Okay? So I think for now, if he's not getting big calluses and the like, then I think that for now it is what it is. I don't think doing more repeat surgery is really going to be the answer for him.
And what about these? Are these cysts?
Yeah, a little bit of bone, a little bit of cyst there. Yep. I know you're pushing. All right, there you go. Yeah, I think that those are cysts from his joints themselves as he tries to make these feet that aren't perfect work for him. As he runs around and does those things. They don't seem to be bothering him. They don't seem to hurt him.
So we just leave them then?
Yeah, just leave him. Yeah, I wouldn't drain him. I wouldn't take him out. So, I mean, he's almost in the same position on the right as on the left in terms of dorsiflexion, right?
Yeah, maybe he was maybe fighting me a little on the left. I thought on the right he got to neutral. Left side he did for you. So maybe a little bit stiffer on the left.
Yeah. And I can get this one to neutral too.
Yeah.
So, more surgery in the back is not going to do it for him, unfortunately. I think the next set of surgeries would be to try and do a dorsal wedge osteotomy, which means bringing this part up, but you can't do that until the foot is bigger.
And then we don't know too as his foot grows. We don't know if his foot's gonna.
Yeah.
Just this C is just like this high arch might flatten a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
As his foot gets bigger.
Yeah, potentially. I think that it's not going to get dramatically different. I think what you see is what you're going to get. I think this is close to where he's going to be.
But how about the function and mobility of his feet? Is it gonna is it gonna get better?
Well, we don't know. I don't know if I can tell you that. He's got
he's
skinny
always
calves.
falling.
Yeah. And that's good. Yeah, but that's got probably little to do with his feet position and more to do with the muscle control that he has. And I've got nothing to do to make this calf muscle come back. I don't have any. There's no surgeries or other things that we can do for that part. So the falling and the other stuff is going to be part and parcel of him. At some point, his brain will start to catch up to where his legs are in space, and most kids do just fine with that. And how old is he now?
He's gonna be 6 in March.
Yeah, exactly. So as he gets older, his brain will work that even better, and so I wouldn't worry too much about the falling. That tends to get better. The foot position themselves, I'm not sure that it's going to get better. I think that if anything, we'll have to see. It might become more painful to him, and at that point, we would have to do interventions. But
Thank you.
his surgery for this is going to be more complicated. It's going to require bigger foot wedging, and so if that's the case, then like I said, we want to wait until he's bigger.
Like how old?
I don't know, 10, 11.
Okay. And then what about like risks, like long-term risks to that? Like side effects or just
Well, you could have some chance of infection at the time of surgery. Long-term issues with these feet are that, he's never going to be a guy that's going to be able to work on his feet all day long. Like, so, a labor job is not going to be a job that he's going to be able to handle. Even if we did nothing. I mean, these are hard, difficult feet with skinny legs that the idea of him working on scaffolding or doing that kind of work is really not going to be for him. And so the harder he can work in school to have other people do those jobs, and he can tell the other people to do those jobs, the better, right? And so, I think no matter what we do, he's going to have feet that are going to tire out at the end of the day. Even if we get them, in a little bit of a better position. The good news now is that we don't really have a lot of callus formation. So the only thing that might help the toe down position on this side is if he wore those braces. But remember the last time we kind of went through that, and the braces didn't really, it was hard to get him to wear those. So I'm not so sure that would be something I'd do again. Okay?
Okay.
In reality, the foot is not terrible. It's in a toe-down position, but it's not in a terrible position. And I think it's going to take a lot bigger surgery.
On both feet or just that
No,
one?
I think on just this one. This one seems to come down nice and flat. I remember you told me at first this one was the worst one. Isn't that
I think
what you
it
said?
was the worst one when he was born.
Yeah.
I think the right was the worst. But like this affects, it hurts his shoes, this cyst. It doesn't hurt like now when you touch it, but when you put shoes on and it's tight, that's the only time it hurts.
Shoes for him are going to be hard to find because he's going to have a short and widened foot. And you're going to have to, no matter bumpier or not bumpier, you're going to have to really be careful about what kind of shoe wear to get to him for him.
Well, he's still in shoes from when he was like 2.
Yep.
Because I always had to buy big shoes because of the braces.
Right.
So this kid has more shoes than me and everyone in my household put together.
Yeah, so I think that I wouldn't worry too much about this. You're just going to have to find some shoe that accommodates that. I also heard that from his fall, he still has some screws in his hip that's going to be taken out too. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to be removed, but I wanted to see you before I scheduled that.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Janecki said that anytime really I could schedule it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that I would. Dr. Janecki is a good guy. I like him. He's got a funny frog. Have you ever heard Dr. Janecki speak? He's got this funny frog throat. He talks like this. But he's a really nice guy.
He is so nice.
Really
Yeah.
nice guy. I might ask him to see what he would want to do about this foot too. More opinions are not bad, right? And,
Okay. And I tried asking him for his opinion, and he said like, stick with you.
I know, of course. I know. These are hard feet. That's the problem. Is that these are not easy problems to solve.
Do you have someone else here for us to see for another opinion?
No, not, everybody else has seen him, and I've shown his videos around. So it's a hard problem to solve.
And what about his hands? Will this one grow into the size of that one, or no? Or because of the other disability? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question.
Mason, let the doctor
So
see
he
both your
can't
hands.
do like much with this hand, and it's a lot smaller than this hand. This arm.
Yeah, I see.
He can't like do this. He can't do this. Like he can't. He has no like control of like. I think that's the most he can do. But like.
Yeah. So the girth issue, he might have. It probably will always be a little bit different in size, but in terms of its ability, you know, it's still, all of the tendons and things are working now. It's a coordination issue, so I'm not sure that I would say that it would get any worse. If anything, it would get better.
Better with time, maybe,
Yep.
or is he?
Yep, with that part, with the coordination part of the hand, as the brain really starts to figure out how to make that thing move.
And all the sports are good for him, right?
Oh yeah, sports are good.
Yeah.
Coordination is good.
Yeah, he's back in everything. Like we do gymnastics and
That's good. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, he does
he
everything.
does the ninja course
What? Ninja course.
on the wall, right? The
Climbs the wall.
Oh, you do the wall there? I like that.
And he does pretty good. Nothing stops him.
Okay, so I think we continue on until he's a little bit bigger. We can think about doing this midfoot osteotomy if we need to. His heel's in decent position too. He's not embarrassed. It's just all this forefoot stuff. Yep, that's the way to go. Okay, so let me know. What do you want me to do? You want me to see you again in another year or so? See how things are going?
Yeah, we can plan. Yeah, a year or two, or
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, 2 years would be fine.
okay.
Want to do that?
Yeah, or if anything comes up, then I'll
course.
just see you
Yeah, I'm happy to
see you
in between.
sooner.
Yeah.
And then, so with this surgery in the future, even just with all the surgeries he's had, he's gonna have some type of arthritis or pain.
He's probably going to have achy feet. No, I don't know, because we haven't really messed around with the cartilage, but he will have some amount of pain in these feet. Because they just they're not powered with the same muscles and things. So, like I said, you're going to have him choose wisely as to what his job is going to be in the future.
Okay.
So,
And
I mean,
he
that's
wants
long
to be
runs away.
like
Of course.
an athlete.
I know. Those will change. Everybody thinks they're going to be a professional baseball player when they're that age.
Pretty smart though. He's learning
Oh,
good.
yeah. That'd be awesome.
Right?
Okay, buddy.
You showed Doctor your boo-boo on your toe.
I saw that.
got
You
it up,
scraped it.
boo-boo.
You scraped it up.
His knees are all beat up too
I
because
know,
he
Flores
always
likes to fall down.
falls.
Falls and runs.
Okay.
Hey, say,
All right.
say
Nice to
thank
see
you to
you.
the doctor.
We'll see you later.
Hey.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
All right, ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Woo! Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do you want to go pick something from the treasure chest? Is there anything cool in there? Oh, there's a card. What's in there? Oh, jump ropes. What do you see? What you got in there?
You want that one?
Oh, Minecraft.
Have fun.
Ooh, what's that? Perfect. You're gonna open it now? What's in the box? Uh-oh.
Oh,
What is that?
a Lego.
Yep, Mason. Had Ocean pick out a pencil. Ocean, would you like to pick out a pencil? Pick out a pencil, Ocean. Pick out a pencil.
It's over like 100.
Show them.
100.
Wow, you can collect all those. What's in that bag?
I think it's a spider.
Spider.
Okay, so what is the address?
What is it? Oh.
What's the city?
So I got.
Let me see. Show me really quick. Show me. Show me which one you got.
I got that one. That one.
I got the
Hey guys, so we're in the car now on the way home. So I just want to recap what the doctor's thoughts were and the plan going forward. So I made an appointment to come back in 2 years. Right now, Mason's feet are so tiny. He's gonna be 6 in March, and he wears a size 7-8, so his feet are really tiny. So to get back on track, the surgeon, Dr. Milbrandt, I think we switched to him when Mason was about 2 or 3. Previously, we were seeing a specialist over at Loyola, someone that my mom's friend recommended us, just because we knew that Mason was going to be born with club feet when I was pregnant. So we had an appointment set up, and we saw one of the surgeons over at Loyola. I don't even remember his name. Dr. Capella, and there was another one. But Dr. Capella did the surgeries, because we were seeing one and then we switched and we started seeing another one because I think his name was Dr. Howard. So I don't remember, but we saw him in the beginning, and then Dr. Capella started doing the surgeries on Mason on his like heel cord lengthening, so that's like Achilles tendon, and then she did a lot of casting too. And we were kind of just, the reason we came out to Mayo, first we came for a second opinion just because we knew Mason's feet were complex, and the doctors at Loyola, they were just kind of stuck. They didn't know what else to do for him or how to treat his feet. And we went to Shriners even in Chicago for a second opinion, and they just said, you know, stay at Loyola, and you know, let them keep taking care of you. So so that's when we came to Mayo Clinic for a second opinion, and then we just started coming to Mayo Clinic ever since. So the surgeon that we see is supposed to be really the best surgeon at the Mayo Clinic for club feet. I asked him today if he recommends we see anyone else, you know, at Mayo Clinic, any other staff at Mayo Clinic for another opinion, and he didn't recommend that. So Mason's had a lot of operations on his feet, so he has these little cysts, and the pediatrician refers to them as ganglion cysts, and from what I've researched, they're from a trauma, so like it's like scar tissue or something. So and he has them right around his incisions, so the surgery sites, so it very well could be from that, but they don't bother him right now, so we're just gonna leave those. So Mason's left side of his body is noticeably smaller than his right side, and we've just been following up with his pediatrician by doing labs and ultrasounds of his abdomen. So he's been diagnosed with hemihypertrophy, which is where, you know, one side of the body is bigger than the other. So they monitor that for tumors and alpha fetoprotein. It's like some type of cancer or something in your blood. So I guess he's at an increased risk because of this, and they're gonna monitor him till he's 7. And that's just done through the pediatrician, and then if there's ever anything that comes back abnormal or questionable in one of his tests, then she'll send us elsewhere. So Mason used to go to physical therapy and occupational therapy and speech therapy. He's still getting speech therapy at school, but I'm gonna try to get him back in occupational therapy just to help him gain that strength in his left hand, because it's very hard for him to, you know, give a thumbs up or, you know, just like hold any of his fingers up, and all of his fingers, like, you know, when he makes a fist, they all like intertwine. So I want to see if we can get an eval for occupational therapy, and then maybe that could help him strengthen his left hand, because it affects him when he plays baseball, and his left foot, it affects him in soccer, you know, just handling the ball. So that, and then what else? So then the plan for Mason's feet. So Mason's feet are at a neutral, so that means like they're like in a 90-degree angle, like his leg and his foot, but he still has a very high arch. So if you notice, when babies are born, they're born with flat feet, and then as they grow, their feet start to arch. Well, Mason was born total opposite. His feet had that high arch, like this. This makes it very difficult to put shoes on. And then obviously he has trouble walking because of that. He walks a lot on the outside of his foot, so like this. So the surgeon said there's no need to do another operation now because it's gonna be pointless. So we're just gonna wait. We're gonna go back and see him in 2 years, and then you know, if anything comes up in the meantime, we'll go see him. But when Mason gets his pins out, he's got 2 pins in his right hip. When he gets them out, I'm gonna have Dr. Janecki over at Children's take a look at his feet and just see if he has any input or any other ideas or suggestions. And then I think he has Dr. Milbrandt's cell, so maybe he can just call him or text him or something, or send him an email and let him know his opinion if he has any thoughts to contribute to that. So we're gonna go back in 2 years and hopefully his feet grow. They should. I think Mason's really starting to grow now. For years it didn't seem like he was really growing, but now I think he's starting to grow. So I'm just gonna end it here, otherwise I can ramble on forever and ever about Mason's condition and all the medical history and all the surgeries and doctors appointments that we've been to. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have not turned those bell notifications on, please turn them on. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next vlog.